Yo, what's up guys? I'm here hitting you up with a new video. Today they released the patch 3.2.1, the details of it. And let's just start with all the details. Ethan, skill 1. Ethan is a support esper endowed with control and attack abilities. Ability 1 kills or attacks one enemy, has a chance of reducing AP, standard thing. If the enemy is afflicted with panic gaze, inflicts stun. If Ethan has magic tune, all effects from this effect cannot be resisted. Okay. Ability 2, Joyful Delights. Attacks all enemies multiple times. Each hit has a chance of inflicting defense down. Each hit inflicts panic gaze on its target, causing the target different negative effects based on the type of action the target takes. It sounds so weird. So weird. And skill 3 is grants all allies magic tune and immunity. Immunity buff is always nice. Allies with magic tune get their crit rate, crit damage, and crit resist boosted by a certain percentage and receive a fixed value of speed. After Ascension, if Ethan has Magic Tune, when enemies receive an AP boost, it will grant Ethan a certain percentage of the same effect. Magic Tune increases crit rate and crit damage by a percentage. How much? Increases speed by a certain amount. Okay. Reduces the chance of taking crit damage by percentage. Panic Gaze. When the carrier casts basic abilities, removes Magic Tune from the target, won't miss and cannot be resisted. Why does it remove? I think it should say removes Panic Gaze from the target because the Magic Tune is above. And deals true damage to the caster based on the carrier's max HP. It won't kill the carrier. Damage from going against boss is reduced if the carrier casts non-basic abilities or dies. Panic Gaze will be removed from all allies of the carrier, okay, including the carrier, and their ability cooldowns will be extended. One miss and cannot be resisted. A lot of weird stuff going on, but basically the first thing is you gain immunity, you get a crit rate, you get a crit damage buff, which is interesting in my opinion, and crit resist, and you get a fixed value for your speed. Then we have the Rezo 2 new effect, enchanting song, which ability 3. At the start of combat, all allies gain magic tune for 1 turn. Magic tune 1 turn increases crit rate, crit damage by a percentage. That speed for a certain amount could be big. This one could be very big for PvP. If this guy has, I can tell you now, if this guy has a speed lead, he could potentially be meta. Just because Magic Tune, as it says, increases speed by a certain amount. Even, let's say 10%, for even 5%, even if it's just 5%, you have him as a speed lead at Rezo 2. Let's assume you're rocking a Dahlia, Unas, whatever AP booster you're using. Because of R2, you already have a stack. That means your pusher has already more speed. That's very strong. But we have to see about the leader skill of Ethan. Damage taken minus 20%. Who cares? R6, change enchanting song. Whenever the enemy receives AP boost, affects all allies instead of Ethan himself gain 50% of the same effect. Whenever the enemy receives AP boosts, AP boost affects all allies instead of Ethan himself. Oh, 50% of the same effect. Oh, okay. I understand now. So let's assume the other person uses a Unas, for example. I was just thinking like 50% move. It's completely insane. But I just realized it's 50% of whatever the gain is. So, for example, if the enemy uses an Unas, just for simplicity purposes here, which is 30%, right? Then your whole team, except for Ethan, gets 15%, which is big. Then, yeah, I mean, we have to look. I actually am surprised about how good Ethan and Unique he is. He could potentially be good for PvP, though. We have to look at his captain ability. The The captain ability for him is make or break, to be honest. And we will look, and also I have access to the PTR test server, so I will make a video about that, testing Ethan there as well. Koharu is an offensive support esper who can apply both buffs and debuffs. Skill 1 attacks an enemy, dispels 1 debuff on herself. Okay, gains recovery. Okay, she dispels herself, which is good. Ability 2 could be a passive period, inflicts deceased and seer. Or maybe they forgot the 2. Inflicts deceased and seer. After ascension, if Koharu has Kagura dance, heals all allies. Kagura dance. Ability free prayer dance attacks all enemies, inflicts attack down, grants all allies Kagura dance, which is a silver buff. This is a silver buff. Inflicts, okay, attack down AoE, grants all allies Kagura dance, increasing ally damage dealt and ally healing received. Kagura dance increases damage dealt and healing received. Huh, kinda versatile. Inflicts deceased and seer. After ascension, if Koharu has Kagura dance, which is after skill 3, heals all allies. She has a lot of utility. You skill 3, attack down, buff Kagura dance on everyone to deal more damage. And then she can, if you receive damage, right, you can do skill 2, inflicts deceased and seer. But the thing about Pirouette is it a, what I cannot tell right now, is it a passive, is it a single target or a AoE? Heals all allies, which is strong because she also healing received, so that combo is actually very good. Resonance, which only R6 is relevant, and new effect Prayer Dance has an additional 50% chance of inflicting defense down for 2 turns, which is skill 3. Cannot be resisted. Oh, R6 is actually very good. You have an attack break and defense break AoE. She even has potential to be PvP relevant. I like her. I think she has potential, definitely potential. Then let's look at Jin-Hee. Controller Esper, over single target, skill 1, attacks an enemy and has a chance of inflicting stun, okay. Skill 2 has a chance of stealing stealing buffs and extending the target's ability cooldowns. After ascension, if the target is afflicted with dizzy days, absorbs all the AP. Ability 3 grants each ally a random attribute related buff. What does that mean? Random attribute related buff. Inflicts dizzy days while attacking the target. This debuff incapacitates the carrier, and when the carrier takes a hit, it increases Jin-Hee's. Oh. When the carrier takes a hit, the caster gets an AP increase trigger times per turn. So you can, in my opinion, what makes her actually useful, if I have to think about it, not relevant, in my opinion, for PvE. In my opinion, not relevant for PvE at all, except maybe Tower. She is, I see her in Holo Battle, 3v3 format, because she inflicts the dizzy days, incapacitates the carrier, then you have your other 2 units who just hit the carrier, and because you hit the carrier who has dizzy days, which is a silver debuff, she gets more AP, so she can cycle through her turns more effectively. And her R6s dispels all buffs from the target before inflicting dizzy days. Okay, it has a buff strip as well. Very good. I actually like all of them, to be honest. I'm surprised. I actually like all of them. Then let's look at the new feature Knockout. Take part in Knockout and fight to get your name to the top of the leaderboards. Unlock. During Knockout, you can earn supply vouchers by challenging other squads. Spend these supply vouchers to get tournament shop stuff. Once a season has been tallied, you will get season rewards by ranking a legendary Abilimon fragments. Why fragments? Just give us a whole legendary Abilimon. Nexus. Each duel costs 1 knockout entry ticket. You get 1 knockout entry ticket every 4 hours with a storage of a limit of 20. You start a season with 10 knockout entry tickets. Okay, so there's a cooldown to it, which you probably cannot buy. A player can deploy a maximum of 2 teams via formation, totaling 10 espers. Combat adopts auto battle mode, which means players can't manually cast abilities in combat. They can, however, skip the combat process. That's stupid. Combat is elimination based. A winning team will continue to fight against another team that hasn't fought yet. Winning teams will suffer a fatigue effect which reduces the damage dealt and increases damage taken. Upon entering the next battle, all aspects on the battlefield will recover a percentage of the HP. I can tell you just by that, so it's stupid that it's just auto battle and you can actually skip it. But just from that, that sounds like you have to use the strongest team on team 1. You need the strongest team on team 1. Just because of that boost. Then added hull mode, which is interesting. Let's see what we get then. Added avatar and frames, which we already saw from the trailer. Added quick battle to the point where unlocks. Once unlocked, players can use admission certificates to perform quick battle. It will skip the auto battle process and display results directly. When quick battle ends, players can view replay on the battle results. This is the dumbest thing they could have actually done. That is actually the single-handedly dumbest thing they could potentially do to Point War. With this, Point War is completely dead. And I tell you simply the reason why. Because we have a meta, right? Which is you use tank, you use control, you use cleave team, whatever it is, right? With a quick battle, it does not matter if you play speed, control, or tank, because you just use whatever works the best, start the fight, press quick battle, the battle automatically ends, and then you have win or lose. I'm not a fan. Point was dead. Point was dead. I mean, it's some people might think, oh, finally, Point War was a nuisance. Now I can just use my tickets really quick and so on. But it just removes the whole PvP aspect. It completely destroys the PvP aspect. I don't know what their goal is. What is the end game for this game? Like, what is Lilith trying to do? This is like a no-go for me. Then what else? After the update, the Phantom Sisters will be added to the wish pool. Okay, added name card for Ethan, blah. Added Solace Diaries for Ethan, blah. Added exclusive resonance music to something. Added trolls for Tavor, JJ, Everett, Ashley, and Ife. Hunter's Depot. Yeah, we saw that already. Celebration Collection. Yeah, we get stuff there. Limited time eco event for Ethan. I tell you, if Ethan is crazy, I might consider R6ing him if he has a, and only if he has a 35% PvP speed lead. And I think speed lead is very likely that he has one because he's a flow legendary. And what I noticed with Lilith currently is that for some reason only flow units get speed leads. That's for that. Limited time echo event for Ashley. Oh, Kovian, if you're watching this video, bro, it's finally time for your Ashley. Rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice for your Ashley. Finally. For all the people who try to get an Ashley, now you can get her. Warm Spring. That's that one thing. Novice support. Yeah, what you can do. Optimization. Sentinel Hunt after update will undergo major change. Then it's like attack stage and assembly stage. Attack stage is from Wednesday to Monday. Projection can only be challenged during attack stage. During the attack stage, 2 ultrasonic tickets. And some of the tickets allow access in order to projection in each club. Club will face 3 different projections: Fibiter, Countess Sonica, and Dark Starlord. Each projection starts at level 1 for each level, blah blah blah. Yeah, we have to check this out. Only when a player have a higher battle rating can they send more squads. According to the damage dealt in each battle, a score rating will be given to each Esper. Players will get an equipment blind box and club points based on the ratings. The higher the rating, the better the single battle reward. At the end of the phase, current club is listed in the top 100 will be rewarded. Blah. Holo battle optimization. Holo battle now unlocks When the club blah, each holo battle match consists of 10 to 30 participates. At the end of each match, clubs receive a club score. Each weekend they will be ranked, and higher ranked clubs will be rewarded with a crown avatar decoration as a token of strength. Holo battle will no longer grant club points or gold. Yeah, what else do we get? What kind of holo battle optimization is it that, yeah, we're trying to fix the matchmaking for holo, but you know what, guys? Now you don't get anything for doing holo battle. Like, there needs to be something. Do we get Nexus crystals? At least, like, I don't know, 3k Nexus crystals per member every week? Because we don't get anything. Well, what's the incentive? What's the incentive? Ritual Miracles changes. Added daily reward bonus at times. Players can get equipment loot bonuses the first 3 times they clear Kronos, Apep, and Fafnir instance each day. Okay. After the update, when players challenge difficulty 3+ stages, they will have the option to lower the difficulty. After lowering the difficulty, blah blah blah, no one really cares. Optimize the display of equipment sets. Players will be available to switch blah. Esper screen optimization. After the update, players will be able to view resonance abilities on the Esper screen. Okay, interesting. Optimize background display for Espers in different mythologies. Optimize the display. More optimization, load the difficulty of all temporal tower floors. Okay, good for newer players. Load enemy speed and HP for all floors. Load the difficulty. Calamity optimization. Load HP of some enemies waves. Okay, good. Loosen the turn limit for floor 50+, which is good. Change the enemy formation. Burning Pillar 135. Online Union Shop. After the update, Legendary Abilimon 1 in the tournament shop will be changed to Legendary Abilimon Fragment 10. Oh my god. How are we supposed to get Legendary Abilimons? Lilith, explain. What is your grand scheme? What is your plan? Unless we get our Legendary Abilimons from Sentinel and Holo Battle. Okay, but what is this? Rewind event optimization. Optimize some description for rewind and reset event. Added basic experiment to the rewind, blah, blah, blah. Do we get a rewind event, which would be good? Then some optimization. Reduce the probability of playing Esper Ultimate Animation for story. Ritual, which is good. Optimized AI for unleashing your Esper abilities. Optimized prompts. Optimize some tutorial content. Optimize the display. Optimize some viewer. Optimize dynamic. The new MPass will be available after the... So that's about it for this patch. I was, at the beginning, I was hyped because the Espers, all 3 of them sound actually decent. Knockout is also very interesting. But as soon as I read Quick Battle and Legendary Abilimon Fragments, that's a dead criteria to me. Okay. So I will check it out on the test server in the next couple of days when it opens up. So probably on Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I see you next time. Bye.